Si te gusta mi contenido, suscríbete y dale a like. Vamos al vídeo. Domingo 7 de septiembre. Mañana. Me he olvidado lo tranquilo que es la vida aquí. Hay mucho espacio. Y la gente habla contigo como si no tuviera nada mejor que hacer. Lo cual posiblemente sea cierto. Ahora he entregado paquetes, cartas e incluso películas y un ser vivo. Me pregunto qué me deparará la semana que viene. Pero no sin antes acabar esta semana quedando con dos amigas. Una nueva y una vieja amiga. Va a ser interesante.
Hey, M! Up here!
Hiya! Should I just come up?
Come on up! You just have to watch your step on the third ledge. Should be good.
I completely got what you just said, and I'm coming up. Hi there. Good to see you.
So glad you made it. Isn't it nice up here?
Brings back memories, doesn't it?
Any memory in particular you're thinking of?
Those times we took some pie up from the diner after school and sat here talking about whatever we felt like.
Oh, yeah. How about that afternoon I snuck in some beers from Uncle Stan, and they were really disgusting, and you puked all over the rail? In fact, wasn't it kind of where you're standing right now? Oh my gosh, it totally was.
Ew, oh, did you have to bring that up again? I was not counting on getting that much in touch with my younger self.
I'm glad you're back. I kind of missed having you around.
I feel the same way.
So, what's life been like for you since you left? Positives? Negatives?
You know, I went to university, got a job. I basically worked my butt off the entire time. That's both positive and negative, I guess.
Oof. That doesn't sound like a sustainable life plan there. You okay?
Yeah, it gets a bit busy sometimes.
I can imagine Providence Oaks is less complicated.
Well, maybe it is, and maybe it isn't.
Ooh, that sounds juicy. Is this about something or someone?
That's both positive and negative, I guess.
Ooh, there she goes with the crazy eyes. M still stands for mind your own beeswax, I see. All right, I'm backing off.
What about you? Did you end up going to college?
Yeah, about that. I mean, I wanted to go to art school, yes, but turns out I wasn't good enough, or at least that's what they told me when I applied. So I decided to stay and do my own thing. Make music, perform and stuff, you know. I picked up some shifts at the diner, Barry and I reconnected, we got married, and then Max came along. You haven't met him yet, have you? He turns 13 in a few months. Time flies. Anyway, having Max gave things a different rhythm, but I still continued with my music. Even managed to get a bit of a buzz going in Portland. Lined up a few interesting gigs. Tough to balance, but fun.
Sounds like you were ready to leave P.O. at that point.
Yeah, just like that, Uncle Stan got sick. Hit him and Aunt Mo like a ton of bricks. It was crushing. There I was, just about to get somewhere with my music, but I just couldn't let them down. So I stayed, helped out nursing Uncle Stan, picked up his shifts at the diner.
Where was Barry in all this?
Barry was actually really great. We divided tasks back at the house, and he took care of Uncle Stan when he could. No questions asked. He was just there.
I can't imagine what it must have been like to make that choice.
I see where you're going, but honestly, I count myself lucky in a way. It gave me time to assess.
Sounds like you really stepped up.
Well, in hindsight, it was a lot. In the moment, though, you don't stop to think. Just do it.
And what now?
Well, Mo has offered a couple of times to put my name above the door at the diner. Up until now, it felt like too much.
Bueno, al menos te lo ponen en éxito.
But I don't know.
Después de 4 horas, pero te lo ponen.
Again, I'll think about it. The way things ended up, it may not have been part of my master plan. But I got to spend some of the most precious moments of my life with the most precious people I know. Got to say goodbye to Uncle Stan and be there for Mo. He basically raised me.
Bueno, para estar tampoco, en hacerlo.
I'm grateful I got to do that for them. And I built a family of my own, right here in good old P.O. And one day, those kids will hurl all over this rail, just like we did. So, yeah, it's been tough. But looking back, I wouldn't trade any of it for the world.
That's so great, Kay. I'm glad at least one of us grew up to be a well-rounded individual. Is there a manual I can borrow?
Well, after you left, I had to raise myself, didn't I? So, ready to descend to the world below?
Yeah, seems like it's time.
Come on, then.
Lo raro es que te lo hayan juntado todo. Prensa de los Ways, domingo noche. Pero ahora tendremos la película, ¿no? Con la pava, ¿o no?
Hello?
You're speaking to Monster Deal Central. How may I help you?
Hey, Steve. You're in a good mood?
Meredith, please tell me to calm down. We are so close to a deal. Added 87 in shops all across America. Monster Deal.
Calm down, Steve.
Okay. I met up with this big retailer, right? They read our great pitch. They loved it, and they want to buy 250,000 copies of Added 87.
Unas cuantas,
250,000. Multiply that by like $35.
What? That's millions of dollars of revenue!
Millions, and it's just the start. Listen, I've got the contract right here. I'm sending over a copy. You should have it tomorrow. Please, check, double check it right away. I want your blessings before I sign on the dotted line, okay?
Gotcha, Steve. Don't worry about it.
Awesome. I'll be in touch again Tuesday evening. I'm so excited. And I just
Te llamaré el martes por la tarde.
It's official.
Odio las películas de miedo.
I love horror movies.
A Nightmare on Elm Street is radical. It was amazing. Thank you for watching with me, Miss W.
De nada, no voy a volver a dormir.
You're welcome. I'm never going to sleep again.
Ha! Maybe you shouldn't have watched the movie. Man, I wish my parents would let me watch these movies. I can't wait until I move out.
Move out? Aren't you 15 years old or something?
Almost 16, and yeah, don't get me wrong, I love tinkering and I love working in my father's shop, but it's just so boring sometimes. I want to see more of the world. I want to meet more people. I'm sure you've noticed, but there's not many teenagers here in Providence Oaks, and I'm homeschooled, so I don't have many friends to hang out with either.
And your parents don't let you watch horror movies?
Exactly. It's so frustrating. They want me to work in my dad's shop once I'm done with school. and I'm just not sure if I want that, you know? And you left when you were younger, so I figured maybe you had some advice for me?
You should really give school a chance.
Bueno.
You should really give school a chance. There are quite a few universities that will let you tinker on things way bigger than just cars.
That sounds amazing. But a homeschooler like me?
That's gonna be pretty tough. You'd have to study really, really hard. Have you maybe considered looking at nice schools nearby?
That's also an option, I suppose. I'll look into it. Thank you, Meredith, for talking to me and stuff.
You're very welcome, Lori. I had a lot of fun tonight.
Me too. I should get home soon. Later, Meredith.
Later.
Later. Entonces pasamos del domingo al lunes 8 de septiembre. Mañana.
Oh, Steve's parcel. And another note from Tess. Hey, Em, here are Steve's contracts. I bet you're in the mood for some light reading. And now without sarcasm, really. I must admit the energy here is contagious. Is Addit actually going to take off? See you soon. Tess.
Good morning, Miss Weiss.
Good morning, sir. I didn't see you there.
The name's Walter Morgan. I'm with the Postal
Del
Service.
servicio
I
postal.
left you a message on your answering machine
Walter
earlier this
Morgan.
week.
Oh? I must have missed it.
Miss Weiss, if you could follow me into the office. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Unas preguntitas.
Are you familiar with the Postal Service policies?
Yes, well, the gist of it.
Can you remember the segment from Chapter 11, Section 3, first paragraph?
Ah, yes, chapter
Es
11.
increíble, me lo voy a inventar.
Riveting stuff.
It says in Chapter 11, Section 3, first paragraph, and I'll paraphrase, it is forbidden to use Postal Service property for personal gain.
Es por lo de las películas, sí. Sí, muy mal, no está... Vale, tiene sentido.
Oh, okay, sounds reasonable.
Miss Weiss, I'm aware that you've only just begun working here, but I trust that you do not take the responsibilities of a postal worker lightly.
No, of course. I mean, yes, sir.
The Postal Service puts its employees under the
Bajo
highest
mayor
level
nivel de
of
examen.
scrutiny. I advise you to answer the following
Os
three
recomiendo responder
questions
con las
truthfully.
siguientes.
A yes or no will suffice. Do you know Frank Coleman?
Frank Coleman. No.
Nope.
Frank Coleman told me he personally gave you a job introduction, and that you see and talk to him almost every other day.
Casi.
Oh, wait. Yes, Frank, of course.
Have you ever given him envelopes or received envelopes from him that weren't postmarked?
No, eso no.
No?
Are you aware that Frank Coleman wagers bets on baseball games?
No.
No.
That will be all. Thank you for your cooperation.
What's going to happen to Frank?
I'm sorry, we can't discuss personnel matters. Good luck with the mail today, Miss Weiss.